Hi, and welcome to another video by Jim the Car Guy. Today we have a 2008, it's a Toyota Highlander. We're going to be changing front and rear stabilizer links, or better known as sway bar links. So let me show you what we're going to do, and then we're going to get started, and we'll get this job done. A little bit rusty, so it's going to be a bit of a problem trying to get it off. I'm going to try using air just to break it loose. You can use a socket on here, I think it's an 18 millimeter, just to break it loose. But what happens is the nut turns, and when that nut turns, this whole thing spins. So you just hold it with the Allen key, and you can just take this and you can turn it right off. Now the key to not stripping out that Allen key is to actually just hold it with the Allen key and rotate the wrench. That way all the pressure is being applied with the wrench. Now if you were reusing the stabilizer link, we would be real careful with it, but in this case we're going to be changing the link. So I'll show you how to do that, the rest of it in a minute. Alright, now if you're going to be changing this link, what you got to do is the top one we have disconnected already. We're going to disconnect the bottom one now. It's a little bit tight to get in there, so what I normally do is get in here with a wrench and break it loose first. Once you break it loose, the whole thing is going to spin, so you'll need to get in there with your Allen key to actually hold it so it doesn't rotate. And then we can turn it off using the ratcheting wrench or a regular wrench. Now, okay, this is the old link, and this one is the new link. The difference with the old and the new is that this one you had to hold it with an Allen key, and this one you can actually hold it with a wrench while you tighten it up. This one is it's a little bit easier because you don't worry about stripping that out. So let me just put this in and we'll wrap this up. All right, screw this in. This strap, like that. Now the one I can tighten up with the air gun is fairly easy. The other one's a little tighter. Hold it with your wrench, and you can tighten it up. Now unfortunately, the one down at the bottom is a little bit tighter spot, so we're going to have to do that with a ratcheting wrench, or a conventional wrench, or you can just use a socket. Nice and tight, and we can take this wrench out, and that's it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to lubricate it because as you can see, it comes with grease fittings. So now you can grease everything here, and we're going to grease it up on top here. And that's it, your stabilizer link is all done. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to go around the other side, and we're going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. After we finish the other side, then we're going to go to the back, and we're going to do the exact same procedure on the rear stabilizer or sway bar links. Alright, so let's move to the back and we'll get started back there. Okay, the way we're going to get this stabilizer link off is we're going to remove this 14mm bolt right here, and we're going to remove this 14mm bolt right here. Now you've got to be careful because this inside here, it can strip out very easily. So let me show you how I do it, and if you follow these, you shouldn't have any problem. Just put a wrench on here, and then we get our socket, our Allen key, and put it in here. And then what we're going to do, we're not going to twist the ratchet to get this off. The ratchet is just to hold that centerpiece stationary. We're going to actually pull down on the wrench and break it loose, and we're going to rotate it out with the wrench. So let's just do that and get started. All right, remember, just pull in the wrench. And the ratchet is just to hold the centerpiece from rotating. Now that one came out fairly easy. Sometimes they're pretty tight. Now we're going to go around to the other side and we're going to do the same thing on this, so we can push this down so we can work on the bottom piece a little bit easier, the piece right down over here. So let me go around the other side and take that off, and we'll come right back. Okay, now that we're back, but the other side is disconnected. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and pull this down and out of the way. Now we can work just a little bit better down on the bottom right here. Put your wrench on first. There's a socket onto it. And remember, you're just holding it so it doesn't rotate, but you let the wrench do all the work. Pull the wrench and break it loose. See, the thing you don't want to do is you don't want to strip out that Allen key, because if you strip out the Allen key, you're going to have a problem. You'll have to cut the nut off with a hacksaw or whatever. And once you break it loose, then you can just rotate it off. Pull it out. Now I'm going to go around the other side and take that one off, and then we'll grab the new stabilizer link and put it back together. But let me pull the other side off first. Now we got the replacement stabilizer link. This one's a little bit different than the one that came off of there. This one here has actually, when you put it through the stabilizer bar and up to the strut itself, you can hold back here with a wrench. It's probably a 18mm or so. But let me show you how to put it back in, and we'll get this job wrapped up. Just reattach the bottom first, so that we can tighten it up while it's down just a little bit. I'll show you. All right, now remember the way you took it out? You took it out this way here. So you got to put it back in the exact same way, like this. And you got to take the top one and you put it back right through here. And you screw this nut on here, and now we can tighten it all up. All right, it is an 18mm, it looks like. So what we're going to do is you hold the piece here with the 18mm, and you just tighten it up with a ratchet. We're going to tighten the top up at the same time, same way. You can use an air gun, you can use a ratchet, you can use whatever's at your disposal. Again, hold it in the back with the wrench, and you can tighten it up with your ratchet. Nice and tight. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a grease gun, and we're going to grease the fittings, and then we're going to go around to the other side, and we're going to put the other side back together the exact same way. Thanks for watching.